Happy Thursday, guys. We're here. Before we get into that workout, we're going to go over some quick announcements. So, you got to remember, class 11:45 a.m. on that Friday, so tomorrow, make sure you guys sign up ahead of time. Final week of the nutrition challenge, guys. So let's finish off strong. We're almost there. So again, even if you're hearing about the first time or you haven't started, you didn't do it in the beginning, that's okay. You guys can start now as well. Just pick one thing. See if you can improve on one thing in your diet or even in your movement. So you're going to be working out. So just pick one little challenge for yourself and try to stick to it for a month. See what you guys get at the end of the month. What kind of results you guys get. So let us know how that's going for the ones that are 4 weeks in now. And I hope you guys finish off strong and enjoy your results there. I'm going to pass it over to Eddie for the workout of the day.
Okay, workout today, 5 rounds, well-rounded type workout. You're starting off on the floor with those sit-ups. So getting that core fired off right away. Pick a progression that you can do all 30 on the first round in a row. Okay, we got 5 rounds, so things are going to start getting warm fast. Okay, so make sure that progression, whether the legs are extended, slightly extended, or all the way back, allows you to do the first round unbroken. Okay. From there, then you're grabbing an object to go overhead with it. You're gonna go overhead and go into your lunges. If you notice that your elbow's bending on that overhead lunge, 1, try to fix it. 2, if you can't fix it, maybe your object's too heavy, go lighter. 3, if you can't fix that, now you're burning up the shoulder, that you're better off going the rack position and really squeeze your armpit, drive that elbow to activate your shoulder girdle and stabilize that shoulder itself to then carry that over into that overhead position. Okay, you're going to do 10 of them on the left side. Okay, when you're done the left side lunges, you're then going 15 box jumps. Okay, then you come back to the lunge to go for 10 more on the right side before you start your next round. Workout like this, guys, going to be around that 15-minute mark. If it's a little bit over, that's fine. It could be, it's one of those that can go up to maybe even 20 minutes. This is, for a Thursday workout, this is a great one if you're feeling a little beat up from the week, just to kind of do an active recovery, just kind of flush it out by progressing it correctly, okay? If you haven't and you're just kind of getting back into it, great one to get back into it, guys. So enjoy this workout. I'm going to pass it back to Yash for the afterburner.
Alright guys, so for the afterburner, I know especially after those lunges and box jumps, you're going to have a lot of extension, flexion, and impact every time you land. So we're going to release some of that tension on the bottom of our foot there. We're going to do 2 minutes per side. We're going to release that fascia, so that muscle, and integrity, like the tightness of that muscle. So you guys can use a lacrosse ball, use something that won't easily roll in the bottom of your foot. If you have like a pipe or anything that you have accessible to, you guys can use this. But we'll show you guys more details on how to go about doing this. But it's a great tool, kind of opening up the feet, especially even if you find that your feet are getting a little tired at the end of the day. It's a good kind of release and active recovery you guys can use. So you guys will see this in videos to come. We'll see you guys next for the warm up.
For the warm-up, we're going to start off with such a great drill here. In your hollow position, doing 5 hip circles. Now, to get into your hollow position, you can start by lowering one vertebrae down on the ground at a time, starting with your lumbar, so your low back. So push your belly button to the floor, then laying down slowly and controlled until you get to mid-back or your shoulder blade area. From there, you can raise your heels. If that's too tough to get into it, another way to get into it is keep your heels up, tuck your chin, roll your chest towards your thighs to round your upper back. If that's hard, you can support yourself with your hand by grabbing your calves behind your knees or your thighs. When you find where your hands you want to keep them, from there you can challenge yourself a little bit further by lowering your heels. Okay, when you find that position that is activating, contracting your core muscles and is challenging you, stay there. From there, you're going to add a hip circle. So you're going to go hip circle for 5, looking at how smooth and controlled that circle is. Okay, then you're going to switch sides. Maybe you want to challenge yourself a little more. You're going to do a nice small circle on both sides. Again, going for 5 on both sides. That's such a great movement because yes, you're activating your core. You gotta stay in control of it. You gotta breathe. But that hip circle starts helping you activate the front side as well. So your hip flexors, your psoas, which is it's a muscle that is underdeveloped or we're not aware of how to activate it. That's a great way. That muscle will help you lift up your thighs, avoid clean up your mechanics, whether you're running, guys, or avoid dropping your chest too much in a squat, or when you're jumping, let's say, onto a box, avoid landing with your chest forward too much, which will keep your stance and your stride or your landing positions a lot lighter on your feet. Okay, so such a great warm-up drill, guys, to do. You're doing, again, 5 on both sides. When you're done that, then single-legged, heels off the ground, single-legged glute bridges. So hip up, back down, hip up, back down. Try not to swing the leg up, just raise your hips, squeeze your bum, back down. Again, going for 15 on both sides. We're doing all that just once. Once you are done that, whether it be dumbbells, kettlebells, a barbell, PVC plank, even bands, we're gonna go into the next part of your warm-up, which is 2 rounds. You're gonna go into your Pendlay Row. So I'm gonna use dumbbells here. Pendlay Row, you're hinging at the hips, so stick your bum back, soften the knees, try to keep your shins vertical, perpendicular to the floor. Drop your chest if you can, without rounding your back, okay, as low as you can. From there, you're gonna retract your shoulder blades, roll it up. If you're using a barbell, try to touch the plates. If you have finger plates, to the floor. If you're using dumbbells, depending on the size of the dumbbell, you might touch the ground. Mine a little bit small, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna row, then I'm gonna extend my arm. I'm gonna row, extend my arm. As I'm doing that, I'm activating my hamstrings, I'm keeping my core tight. I'm focused on that shoulder blade movement, but my entire body has to stay under tension to keep my back flat. You're going for 15 of those. Once you're done the 15, then you're going into a sumo stance. Sumo stance, Romanian deadlift. So, widen your stance, hinge at your hips, soft knees, touch that object. Maybe it's the plate, maybe it's a dumbbell, to the floor, maybe it's a kettlebell, okay? If you're rowing it, or with bands, if you're doing it with the bands, you would have the band, same thing, don't touch the floor with your arms, okay? From the side, and wide stance, hinge at the hips, touch your object to the floor. As you come up, try to push the floor away to help you activate your rowing. You're doing that 10 for 10 repetitions, then you're repeating the rows one more time for 15, finishing off with the 10 deadlifts in that sumo stance again, guys. Have a great warm-up and enjoy your workout. As mentioned at the whiteboard, we're starting on the floor here today. So I got my ab mat here, guys. Grab yourself, whether it's a rolled up towel, or it's a cushion maybe folded in half, or it's even a yoga mat for some support on your lumbar if you like, guys. You're going into your sit-ups. A couple options here besides your leg position. Legs being straight allows you to not impinge your hip. Okay, so it allows you to activate a little bit more of your abs, but some people do find that harder, okay, because it doesn't allow them to stabilize their hips. Okay, so it might be an easier progression for you to extend your legs. You can have a slight bend in knees or bring them all the way back. But if you happen to have heavier dumbbells, you can place your toes underneath your dumbbells, okay? Or it could be, let's say, on the couch. Slide your toes underneath the couch, which help you lock out through your quads. So if you're doing that, guys, try to squeeze your bum as you drive your toes up to the dumbbell or the couch. Squeeze your bum, so it's not just all quads, okay? Use a little bit of leg, but activate your core by squeezing your butt. going for 30 sit-ups. After the 30 sit-ups, then you're going up on your feet, left side lunges, so lunging with your left leg. I'm gonna lunge backwards. I like lunging backwards because I then make sure that I support myself through my heel. So I'm gonna lunge backwards with my left leg, okay? If you wanna lunge forward, that's fine. Just make sure it's your heel in contact and it's your heel pushing away and back in that lunge. I don't know if you noticed, my elbow's starting to slightly give out. I'm doing that intentionally, guys. So as you come out of the bottom, it's easy to forget about what's going on in your arm. Make sure you're pushing that object to the ceiling as you come out of that lunge. So push up to the ceiling to help you lock that out, okay? If it gets tricky, you can't lock it out, or you notice that your object is way out here because of that, you're bending your elbow, just bring it down to your rack position, but it's not just a matter of just bringing it down to make it easier. Stabilize that shoulder, create tension in the shoulder girdle, guys, by squeezing the armpit. Drive your elbow straight up, not out to the side, okay? So you should be able to see the inside of your bicep as you drive that up and squeeze this area, your lat, guys, a little bit of serratus, it wraps around your ribs, okay? That could be a progression. When you've done the 10 lunges on your left side, now find yourself an object going for box jump for 15 box jumps. You can step down, or you can jump up and jump down, guys, as long as you're not doing this. Open your hips at the top in your jump. When you're done with 15 jumps, right leg, overhead lunge for 10. All those points I talked about on the left side, I want you guys to carry them over, so elbow locked out, push through your heel, guys, in your lunge. When you've done the right side, you start up all over again for round 2. In your sit-up, you're completing 5 rounds. Let's see if you can do this in about 15 minutes today. Have fun with this warm-up, or workout, sorry.
Alright guys, so we're here at the afterburner. Again, we're gonna go over that bottom of the foot fascia release and how to do that. Just really basic. You guys can use a ball if you have a cross ball or something small that you can kind of pin underneath your feet. You guys can use like a PVC pipe as well. Make sure you're not wearing your shoe. You won't really feel this if you're wearing a shoe there. You want the bottom of your feet to make contact with that object. So I would start at that middle of the foot and kind of roll from the heel all the way to the top of that foot. You don't need to go into the toes there. Try to stay on that base of the foot to the sole of your feet. And kind of just move around back and forth. Another option is kind of going side to side in the middle of your foot there. Play around with it. So those are kind of basic options. You can stand up and put a little bit more pressure as well. Another thing you guys can work on in that 60 seconds, or sorry, 2 minutes per side, let's see if we can move around that ankle or like grip the ball a little bit. So I'm gonna think about pulling my toes in and kind of gripping that ball, and then I'm gonna roll on that ball. I'm gonna feel a little bit more tension. Maybe you might feel a little bit better release doing that. Try that out. Also, you can go the opposite way. So extend those toes as much as you can, go back and forth. Same idea. Another thing you guys can try is kind of seeing if you can find a sticky point and then push that big toe down and then try to pull it up. Then push it down, then pull it up. Make sure you're not moving all your toes when you're doing that. See if you can just focus on the toe itself. You can get that control while you're doing that release. So play around with it, guys. Lots of variations you can do. Have fun with it and use it as recovery today. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one.